Hello again and welcome back to Great is Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well. This is a current events reading. If you're new here, we do two types of reading on the channel. One is a current events reading, just to see what's going on so that we can become more enlightened by that knowledge. And the other one is a timeless collective reading, which cleverly enough, this is not it. But if you do see them in your recommended feed, that is when that message is for you 9 times out of 10. So this has been this subject for today. Rosie Duffield has been recommended quite a few times in the comments, and you can suggest subjects and people and organizations for current events readings down below in the comments. That'd be lovely. So she, if you don't know, resigned from the Labour Party last week, a couple of days ago. It feels like forever ago. Everything's moving so fast here in the UK recently. It's madness. Quite a damning resignation letter. And she is, I believe, based in Kent. I want to say Canterbury. And she's very much somebody who stands up for women's rights and stuff like that. Apart from that, and she's blonde, that's as much as I know. So we're going to find out. So if we get to a point where it's like, I have no idea who that person is, please, if you know who it is, put it down below to help the rest of us know what on earth I'm talking about, flapping my face when I'm doing the reading. So then, Rosie Duffield, please. A Rosie Duffield reading, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Okay. Celebrations, 3 of Cups, straight out. All straight away, happy, joy. Really kind of this release, this energy of kind of, yes. Big deep breath. That's what I really got from the 3 of Cups there. 7 of Buttons. I feel like that there's a lot of people around her that want to team up, want to kind of work together. Divinely Guided, Star card there. Unknown card, one of the 4 extra cards in this deck. It's all about having faith in what's inside this egg. We know it's a chick. We don't have to smash open this egg to go, oh yeah, look, it's a chick. It's having that faith, leaning into that faith, that trust, which is a big word, but it's the same thing. It's that we trust what's inside that egg. We don't need to smash it open and go, oh, look. So this is very much faith, leaning into, I always say the star is the North Star, kind of heading towards where you're meant to be. Yeah, if life is like a tanker, one of those big cargo ship tanker things, and it's slowly but surely turning that ship around and heading it in the right direction towards your North Star. That's what that is. So this is very much, there's some sort of rewards that has happened. The 7 of Buttons, like I said, feels like there's some sort of collaboration. The 3 of Cups sometimes is collaboration, but that feels like a weight off my chest, kind of. It's been a long time coming. Finally, it's like release, celebrations, kind of that, almost like that mini leap of faith of the 6 of Swords kind of energy, kind of that almost like the Fool card as well. That kind of off we go. So Justice it was about time. She'd been biting her tongue for a very long time, and the truth came. Finally, truth. This is it. I feel as if the resignation letter, in fact, was tame. It feels very strongly like there was even writing it, no longer biting the tongue here, but here it felt as if, I don't want to be too disrespectful. And I've only heard quotes from it, and I was like, well, from the it's on YouTube. I think it was Times Radio that kind of had an interview with her and read out passages and stuff like that. And even I was like, damn, damn that. So, and that was biting tongue, disrespectful, but it was all truthful. It was all trying to be as fair as possible in the circumstances. Page of buttons here. Movement. Off we go. It feels as if there's some form of collaboration happening here. With the page of buttons and the eight of matches, I feel Rosie is collaborate. I don't think she's going to sign up to another party just yet. I think it's more of a collaboration, like-minded people. She's still very burnt by her experiences, her kind of what she's witnessed. And that's what I think, that's the witnessing thing that she hasn't. She's kind of been broad strokes, as it were, instead of what she actually witnessed. There was not that much detail, if our memory serves me, on the resignation letter on purpose. Hierophant, ooh, nice. Hierophant is organized religions or organizations. This is kind of belief structure for her, standing up for her principles, standing up for her, you know what, for some reason she feels very, and I don't know if I'm sure I did this reading on a Twitch stream ages ago, or she feels very similar to J.K. Rowling. She doesn't want to disrespect anybody, but she equally wants to be counted. She feels like everyone should be counted. It's not like some sort of unbalanced kind of, just because you tick certain boxes, you get more of a voice than someone who doesn't tick as many boxes, if you get what I'm saying. She's one for principle, in the sense that everyone should be heard. Everybody should be counted. There's not this them and us thing. And the universe is another one of the 4 extra cards in this deck, which is infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite. And that's why she's not, even though there's some proposals of teaming up here to kind of be joining other parties, at the moment she's not rushing into things. She's very much kind of taking a breather and getting her bearings, and just, like I said, that weight off, that energy. 10 of buttons, beautiful. She very much wants to, she feels like she's got value to share, and also wants to allow other people to share their value in she's, you know what, she is, I don't want to say principled. I know I've said it previously, but it's not necessarily principled. I would almost say she's like an MP. She's coming across as like what an MP should be, what a member of parliament should be. She very much wants to support the community. She's very strong on that principle. She's very determined to level people up, but actually doing it. Not buzzwords, not phrases, not gadgets and gizmos and widgets and leaflets and flashbang and all that kind of stuff. She actually wants to do it. That's why it's almost like a calling to her. She's like, this is what I want to do. I want to stand up for the little guys. That kind of energy. It's like, wow, I'm a new beginnings with the death card, rebirth, reborn. Line in the sand. So at the moment, some people were going, oh, is she planning on like maybe coming back into the Labour Party? That was one of the questions I remember off the top of my head in the comments down below. Not right now. At the present time, and maybe we can, if you remind me in a couple of months' time, we can revisit her. But at the moment, she is very much, I don't even want to say finding her feet, but it's more finding her freedom, I think, is much more fair. Finding her, not necessarily her way, but finding her voice, I suppose, in that respect. Kind of like what are her new abilities? Now she doesn't have a whip to answer to. Now she doesn't have a party to kind of toe the line for. Now it's that kind of energy right now. Even, and like I said, this is like a week, 5 days, 4 days. Of course, like I said, like time is going so fast recently in the UK. Just yet another thing, yet another thing. So I think it's 4 or 5 days. Even now, she still hasn't kind of found that her bearings on her new freedom. But she's very aware that even though she wants to share her value, share her time with people, share her abilities, kind of connect people together, she doesn't want to be a marionette anymore. She wants to get away from this conflict, this indifferences. She wants to just kind of, what is her calling now? Now she's got this freedom. So maybe in like 6 months' time or so, remind me to do another. We can revisit her, of course, like all people in the current events readings. We can always go back at some point, but this is what's happening right now. This is the energy that we're getting right now. So truth, knowledge, and wisdom. Let's have a look here. Like I said, with the imagination card. Sorry, the light there. With the imagination card, kind of daydreamy, kind of thinking of opportunities and ideas and possibilities, and it's just very much vague right now, which is kind of where she should be. She's still concerned whether or not she's done the right thing or not, but she's willing to kind of plant the seeds of opportunity with the origin card, kind of nurture this. Now we don't have limitations necessarily. Now it's just her office and her team. Her office team is like, now what can we do? Yeah, with her surgery, I don't know if her surgery is paid for by Parliament or by the party anymore. I don't. I'm assuming, and this could be a complete assumption of silly, and please confirm down below. It's just, I think it's something that Farage said the other week at their conference thing. It was on the news where they're now investing into. I was going to say UKIP there. What are they called now? Not the Brexit Party, the other one. Reform UK are now investing in to different offices and in constituencies and that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming that her surgery would be paid for normally by Labour, and now she's trying to find ways of doing it and that kind of stuff. It's that kind of energy where it's, oh wow, she's overwhelmed though. She's very much overwhelmed. The overarching conflict again. And she has to be strategic. She's trying to plot, plan, scheme. This is almost like the Two of Wands energy in this deck, kind of seeing what options are. What is this world we want to create? This new world, this new opportunity. So even though she's very bouncy, but also like crapping herself a little bit. She's very excited about what's the possibilities and what could we actually grow here, and like real kind of representation for the people more than for the party. But then it's like, what the hell? How do we structure this? How does this even look? Yeah. So what advice, just in case Rosie's listening, just what? How arrogant is that? It's like just in case she's tuned in. Maybe send it to her. I don't know. Send the video. What advice can we give to Rosie and her team? What advice can we give to Rosie and her team for moving on here and building? But like I said, because that was the number one question that we were getting, is like, is she going to go back to the Labour Party? Is she going to become replace Starmer and kind of bring some sort of insight into things? But I at this present time, it's very much finding her feet, very much kind of building the new way of doing things right now, building bridges once again. Oh no, this is what happens. Okay, when I ask a stupid question, I get a stupid answer. The overarching energy is the death card yet again. Rebirth, reborn. We're focusing on the newness, okay? The newness of it. Temperance card with balance. Yeah? So we've got this twice. We've got this rebirth, this new ways of doing things, this transitioning into the new sexy. But we've got to be balanced. We have to be grounded while we're doing it. All right. So the advice is to be grounded. Review what did work. The Seven of Pentacles here is very much kind of deciding what we can take with us, what did work, throw away the rest. Nine of Pentacles. Love the Nine of Pentacles. For the old school people here, Nine of Pentacles is Hawk Lady. We know it's a falcon. We don't care. We just like going, Hawk Lady. So she is very independent. She's grown and nurtured this garden she's now admiring. Okay, and it's a vineyard. It's not. Let me just get focused. It's a vineyard. Yeah, so it takes forever to grow. It takes years to kind of nurture and water and maintain it and make sure it gets there, and so that's why she's really marveling in her independence of this garden and marveling at what it has produced. Okay, so it's even extra goodies, even extra value. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is the first step of the Empress of the deck. So it's like we call her the baby Empress. So it's the Nine of Pentacles, then it's the Queen of Pentacles, and then it's the Empress. That's kind of the phases of the Empress as you're leveling up. So even though it's the baby Empress, still very empowered, very strong, still on the early stages of her path, the first steps of where she's going next on the road. So it's still very kind of up in the air, like we were saying previously, but very strong, very grounded, very nice. The last card we got here is the Ace of Swords. Truth, knowledge, and information. I feel this has got two parts to it. Very strongly, I feel like there's going to be the other shoe is going to drop eventually. More truth with the Justice card is going to be coming out. I think there's going to be a proper sit-down interview with her at some point where she's going to divulge even more and go, you don't even realise what's going on behind the scenes kind of shenanigans. And on the flip side of that, I feel like she's learning a lot more about herself and her constituency and what are the true... I don't want to say this without coming across as being a dick, but it's like, because of the freedom, she's truly resonating with what is necessary for her constituency instead of towing the party line as such. And because everyone has, like, yes, you have your principles, but also you're subscribed to a political party or whatever, so you've got to kind of be the mouthpiece of that as well, and you're kind of having this tug of war with yourself, I'm assuming, to kind of like keep, make sure the boat doesn't rock too much. Now it's like, okay, it's a plain, clean sheet of paper. Where do we want to go from here? What do we want to do from here? And I feel like this is listening in a different way. It's listening and remembering people and kind of calling them up again and go, we met like 4 months ago. Can we meet up again? Because I want to listen to your story, what you've been doing, what your insights are, that kind of thing. And I think it's revisiting and relearning stuff to really have a kind of like an agenda of like, this is for the constituency. These are the main things that I need to be focusing on. These are the main elements that need to be kind of pushed and supported and that kind of stuff. So right now, like pulling it into a lovely bow. She ain't going back just yet. She's very much feeling very free, but also crapping herself a little bit, which is understandable. It's still early days. This is definitely brand new, spanky, exciting new beginnings. This lovely transition that's happening here. There is great value to be shared by her, and she wants to share that, which is lovely to see. Very much a principled member of Parliament in that respect. Truly of service, which is very rare to hear these days. But it is very much the energy that's coming through. It's like she did this for a reason, and she still wants to do it for the same reasons. It's that kind of thing. She's going to be building bridges and connections in some ways, but not necessarily signing up to any particular party or any particular thing. It's more of an independent thing right now. And it's like, yeah, it's just like, if we can release this fright, which is understandable, doing it with yourself, even with you, like 2 or 3 secretaries and stuff like that going on. It's like, still kind of by yourself. Compared to the whole machine that was behind you previously. If we can release that baggage, release that, are we doing it? I think this is also, have I done the right thing kind of energy, a little sprinkling of that. But I think that the amount of positivity that's here, it feels much more like a freedom. Yeah, a much more of a release, a lot more of the possibilities now than oh crap, what have I done? There's more of the positive than the negative, which is fantastic to see. So I hope that was insightful for you. I hope that was interesting for you. I hope that that has answered everybody's questions right now. Like I said, we can revisit it another time to see the next stage. But for right now, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you like this, please, thummy would be nice. And please comment down below your insights and what you think she should do next and that kind of stuff. But until next time, when we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.